This is Iceland, an isolated island with rough terrain, very little arable land, and a very small population. This description would likely lead you to believe that the country in question is very poor, right? Well, this couldn't be any further from the truth, as this country ranks as one of the richest in the world. Iceland, a northwestern island Nordic nation, isn't just one of the richest countries in the world, but one of the most well-developed too. Ranking 9th for GDP per capita and 3rd in the Human Development Index, it's fair to say that Iceland is a very well-developed, rich country. But as we just mentioned, Iceland is a bit of an anomaly. Its geography and demographics aren't particularly favourable when it comes to economic benefits. So that's why today we'll be answering the question, how on earth is Iceland so rich? So let's first take a look at Iceland's country profile. Iceland is an island nation located in the North Atlantic Ocean, just south of the Arctic Circle. It is the westernmost country in Europe and has a total area of around 103,000 kilometers squared, making it the 106th largest country on Earth. The population of Iceland is approximately 360,000, making it the 171st most populated. The capital and largest city is Reykjavik, where about 60% of the population lives. The official language of Iceland is Icelandic, which is a North Germanic language. Most Icelandic people also speak English fluently, alongside perhaps another European language like German or Danish. The currency of Iceland is the Icelandic krona. $1 is equivalent to around 140 Icelandic krona. Iceland's total economy size is around $27 billion, the 109th largest in the world, placing them above the likes of Zambia, a country with a population 55 times larger. Alright, so now let's take a look at what makes Iceland's economy so strong and why it is such a well-developed country. Starting off with point number 1, its natural resources. Iceland has abundant natural resources such as geothermal energy, hydropower, and fish stocks. The country has been able to capitalize on these resources to build a thriving economy. The combination of Iceland's generally cold climate and access to renewables makes it a great location to host data centers and servers, as data centers and servers can be cooled by the colder temperatures and take advantage of the non-polluting energy sources. Number 2. Strong economic policies. Iceland has a highly developed and diversified economy, with a strong focus on sectors such as finance, technology, and tourism. The government has implemented policies that promote economic growth and stability, including a low corporate tax rate and a stable currency. Number 3. Education and innovation. Iceland has a highly educated population and a strong focus on research and development. The country invests heavily in education, science, and technology, which has helped to drive innovation and economic growth throughout the country. Number 4. Political stability. Iceland is known for its stable political system, with a well-established democracy and low levels of corruption. This stability has helped to attract foreign investment and promote economic growth. With a score of 9.52 out of 10, Iceland ranks 3rd in the world in the Democracy Index. Iceland is also one of only a small percentage of countries that does not have a standing army. This means they save a considerable amount of money, which can be invested back into the country's welfare. Number 5. Tourism. Iceland's unique and stunning natural scenery has made it a popular tourist destination, which has helped to boost the economy and create many jobs. Throughout the 2010s, Iceland's tourism industry boomed, reaching a peak of around 2.5 million visitors in 2018, which is actually around 7.5 times its population, before it fell off a cliff in 2020 due to the pandemic, of course. Post-pandemic, its tourist numbers have almost matched the peak again. Number 6. Strategic location. Iceland is strategically located between North America and Europe, which has helped to make it an important hub for international trade and transportation. Iceland's mixture of geology and northern location gives the country its extensive access to renewables. The island lies on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, a very active volcanic zone that powers its geothermal systems. Number 7. Strong social welfare system. Iceland has one of the strongest social welfare systems in the world that includes the universal healthcare, free education, and generous social benefits. This has helped to reduce poverty and promote social equality, which can have positive economic impacts. Number 8. Low crime rates. Iceland has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, which has helped to create a safe and stable environment for businesses and individuals. Iceland actually ranks as the country with the 15th lowest crime rates in the world. It also ranks as the clear winner as the world's most peaceful country. Number 9. High quality of life. Iceland consistently ranks among the top countries in the world for quality of life. Most indexes rank Iceland around 6th in the world overall. Iceland also ranks very highly in other quality of life statistics such as the global gender gap, world happiness, economic freedom, and least fragile states. This can help to attract talented individuals and businesses, which can then contribute to economic growth. A happier and healthier population usually leads to stronger economic activity and growth. And finally, number 10, Iceland's entrepreneurial spirit. Iceland has a culture that values innovation and entrepreneurship. The country has a high rate of small business ownership and a supportive environment for startups, which can help to drive economic growth and create many technological jobs. Its small size and close-knit community, alongside a focus on STEM education and access to funding, has created a strong entrepreneurial spirit within the people of this country. So overall, Iceland's wealth is the result of a combination of factors, including its natural resources, strong economic policies, education and innovation, political stability, and thriving tourism industry. Now, of course, Iceland isn't perfect. There are so many factors that both benefit the country as well as hinder it. For example, its northern location means it receives a lack of sunshine, especially during the winter months. This lack of sunshine is believed to be the reason behind why the country has such high depression rates. In fact, some sources say that Iceland, although ranking as the 4th happiest country in the world for the World Happiness Report Index, is actually the most depressed country in Europe. Iceland actually ranks as the country with the highest antidepressant consumption per capita in the world. The volcanoes that draw in tourists in their millions can also be a disaster for the country, as we saw in 2010 when a large eruption effectively shut the country's airspace down, affecting roughly 10 million people's journeys across Europe. The cost of living is also absolutely insane in Iceland. London, which is well known for being an expensive, overpriced city, is completely blown out of the water when it comes to everyday goods compared to Reykjavik, Iceland. To show how expensive this country is, I was going to show you where it ranks on the Big Mac Index, an index which compares the costs of McDonald's Big Macs around the world. However, one slight problem. There are no McDonald's in Iceland. There are also no Starbucks or casinos. So there we have it, some reasons why Iceland is such a rich country given its relative small size and population. Have you ever been there before? If so, let us know what it's like. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very soon in our next intriguing video.